I am getting my box braids in today and I'm doing it all by myself, and it's been a pretty long time. If you watched the last video that I made, I actually showed you how I straightened my hair, and this is what I was left with on the third day. So I definitely knew I needed to pop in some box braids to keep that stretch, and I felt like this would be the best thing to do. And so here I am sectioning my hair. Honestly, I've always styled my hair in its natural 4C curly state. So this was like a first time styling my hair with it straight, and it just felt so different, and I kind of forgot a lot of things with braiding my hair, popping in box braids, because I haven't done this since like college, which was a few years ago. So here I am learning everything again. As you guys saw, I did a straight line all the way to the back, which is actually wrong, because then your braids are just going to be in two sections. The straight line should have stopped halfway through my head, but that was what I realized like towards the end of sectioning, and I'd already spent like 2 hours styling my hair. So this is what I would do. I would always like section my hair straight down to the back and then go in on each side and pop in a new section. That's kind of how I make sectioning for myself easier. The thing here is I haven't done this on straight hair, and so it was very different for me, and it took me 2 hours to pop in these sections because I was still relearning like how to actually section your hair for braids so it falls in a certain way. So after each section, I would then pop in these 2-strand twists to keep the stretch and to keep that section in place. And this is just what it looks like. I really went for big sections because I'm not trying to sleep here, and I really just wanted to have braids in that would just be like chunky and cute and fun. So I'm going for gray today. It's super exciting. I've been experimenting with colors when it comes to braids, especially. Last time I did blonde in Lagos, and then this blue and pink look. And so this time we have to do some gray. And I got my braids from Nigeria. I don't do braids outside of Nigeria just because the attachments or the extensions always is so different, and I prefer the quality I have in Nigeria. So I brought it back with me from my Lagos holiday. And so this is the hair that I am splitting in half. When you do split your hair in half, it means it's going to be super long. And this is, what you have to bear in mind, the length of the hair. If you don't want it to be super long, then I'd advise splitting the hair into 3 or 4, depending on your look. So what I'm doing here is trying to just feather out the hair. And I realized halfway through that this is a long process. This is the best way to do it. And it was just me remembering, like, Whitney, we stopped doing the feather method and just do this where you're separating it and popping it back in, separating it and popping it back in, and it just creates that uneven length, which is what you need to even get further long hair. Now, I will say, when you are managing your extensions, your attachments, we call it attachment back home in Nigeria, do make sure to take your time, or at least don't be too messy, because it does tangle very easily. So you really want to make sure you're holding and gripping that attachment properly. And so for my hair, I was going in with these products. We have a gel, a cream for my ends, a butter, and then this styling gel. And so what I would start off with is the Carol's Daughter gel. And what I would do is just pop it on the base of my hair. Now, I tried doing braiding without the gel, and honestly, the gel just makes braiding a lot easier because my hands are just gliding nicely with my real hair and the extensions. So I would definitely recommend you try that. And the butter is for the attachment, the extensions itself, to make it smooth and easy to work with. And you're also combing it so that it's also smooth and easier to work with as well. And do make sure to take your time and have a good grip. My size of attachment was like a medium size, so it's like chunky. And you guys know I don't like gel, but I was using the gel here just at the front portion of my hair, so it would really grip the hair over there and make it look neat. So this is how to actually braid your hair in the easiest way ever. And I would just grab the hair like that and then hold my actual hair. Just want to have a good grip, however that is for you. Grip your hair down and then you're going to take that attachment and you want to make sure your hair is in between that attachment, so it's like a loop. And as you guys can see, I'm really taking my time to show you, so this is how the placement would be. And when you're doing this, make sure your braid or the positioning of all of this is exactly at the point you want it to be on your head, so it's not too forward or too back. It's actually in the middle of that section. And so this is what it looks like, and this is the grip that you're holding, and this is how you're gonna braid your hair. And honestly, this is like the simplest way to braid your hair, even without the rubber band method. And you're just gonna continue braiding your hair. So if you know how to braid, it's literally just braiding the hair like that. And so you're using 3 strands to braid this hair, which is the 2 strands of the extensions and the 1 strand of your actual real hair. So you're just going to be braiding and braiding all the way down. And you really want to have a good grip on this. You know, everyone has their technique to braiding, so just continue with your technique of braiding hair. And for me, when I get to the end of my hair, I like to pop in this Moroccan oil split end cream, just so it really slicks that it slicks my ends, and it just really helps it to blend into the attachments or the extensions. Now, to continue the rest of your braid, because obviously your real hair isn't as long as the extensions, or at least mine here, what you're going to do is, I like to make sure that my real hair is in between those 2 extensions, and then I pull from those 2 extensions. So I take one from the left extension and one from the right extension, add it to my real hair, and then continue to braid. Now, I'm taking this off because it got chunky and I lost my grip, so it wasn't really good. So I'm just starting again. But that's really the process of braiding. You're just going to pop in the extensions on your hair like a loop, and then continue braiding. And when you get to the end of your braid over there, you're then going to split the extensions into 2 to add to your real hair, so that it creates an even balance, and you're then going to continue braiding. I hope that makes sense and you guys can see the clear visuals and you understand. Do comment down below if you found this helpful and you actually understand. So you're just going to continue braiding and braiding away. And honestly, you're just going to do it the way you normally braid. I like to just like grip it in whatever position makes sense. And so you guys saw I was braiding it like behind my hair. And then when, I got to a certain point, I flipped the hair and continued braiding. Now, when you get to the end, you're also going to add some hair to whatever section of the hair is a bit thinner. And that's just how you continue it, so that it's as thick or it's as long as you want. And so I'm just going to take you through that again. I use the Carol's Daughter styling gel to act as a great lubricant. And then I pop in that extension, and then I use that to just grip, my real hair and the extensions like that. And then I just continue braiding my hair. And honestly, this is just hands down the easiest method I've tried, actually even the fastest. And I've been braiding my hair since college, and honestly, this just changed the game for me when I learned this. So when I am, trying to grip my hair, I kind of do like a little twist to make sure I've gripped my hair properly, and then pop in that extension, and honestly just continue braiding. Whenever I'm showing you guys how to do it, I have to start again because I lose my grip. But as I'm getting towards the end of my real hair, I like to just like add some cream to the hair, so it really helps with blending in that natural hair with the extensions and just making sure everything's neat. And so this is just how I continue that braid, again making sure to add some extensions to my real hair and just continue the braid. And honestly, it wasn't so hard. So I think, once you practice a couple of times, you would get it. This was honestly my first time trying out this method, and I just loved it instantly. It was so easy for me to do. And for the ends, as I braid, when I get to a point that needs to be twisted, I just start twisting away. And that's how I end the whole braid itself. And I was honestly so impressed with how it turned out, how it looked. And this is just me being done with the entire hair. And this actually took me like, I think 4 hours to braid. And I'm just like trimming away any loose, flyaways. And then I'm popping this Head and Shoulders scalp cream because I noticed I have dry, flaky scalp. And then you're just going to dip your hair into some hot water. Please be careful. And then dry it out with this microfiber towel. I love to then also use that hot water on the rest of my hair so it makes the hair more flexible. And then we're going in with a Sheer Moisture Mousse as well to help with the neatness of the hair, and then going in with this Cream of Nature hairspray. And this is just the final gorgeousness. OMG, I loved this hair so much. I love it. I'm rocking it right now. It's been like amazing. This color, everything, this technique to braiding, super easy, and everything will be down in the description box as well. As you guys can see, the back, that was where I made a mistake, and I'll do better with my sectioning next time. Again, I haven't done this since college, so I actually quite forgot how to do certain things, and the sectioning was what I took time in so my hair would look neat. And don't beat yourself down if it doesn't come out as perfect as mine. Mine isn't even perfect. Just enjoy what you create and that effort that you put in, because at the end of the day, it's beautiful if you say it is. And this is just the length, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with my hair. Can't wait to share another braid style, so stay tuned and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!